Hey, y'all. This is your recap, Aunty. Hey, this is Shar. Hello. Hey. Hopefully, this audio is better today, baby, because we are here to talk about Beyond the Gates. But you already know before we do that, honey, we sitting on the front porch. We sipping, honey. We drinking. We talking. We gossiping. We doing everything that we know to do here on Beyond the Gates. And so we're going to sit down and see what world y'all talking about. Y'all was doing a whole lot of talking today, baby. I love it. I love it. I'm like, how many comments I got? Child, believe it. Shar is not complaining. She is extremely happy with the growth. Cause damn, I'm closer to 1,000 now than I was yesterday. So y'all better keep going and keep sharing, honey. Because again, we have fun, and I put my special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickle, onions on the sesame seed bun over here on the full recap of Beyond the Gate. So before we jump into episode number 82, we're seeing what y'all talking about. What the hell y'all talking about on episode number 81? You know I'll be agreeing with everybody, honey. So the first one we have, hey, Peace Angel. Hey, girl. What's going on, boo? Peace Angel 4192. She says, Haley is a damn gold digger, period. This won't end well for her conniving ass. What she said behind me. Y'all know how I do. Eva is trash for trying to sneaky link with her sister's man. Tomas is a sneaky snake, just shady as hell. Google eyeing Eva every chance he get because he's after that thingy thing. Love the way Ted bossed up on Nicole and the way Ashley bossed up on Danny. Had to laugh at the Faircrest Mafia meeting. Girl, that was exactly what it was. It was a meeting. Everything that you said, I agree 100%. Haley's a gold digger. I can't wait till Bill find out that he's been played because she is shady. And how in the hell she thinks she gonna be able to hide a pregnancy? Girl, he got to hear the heartbeat. He got to feel the baby move. Bill is the type of nigga that probably was involved in every step of the way when it comes to pregnancy. She thinks she got him, but she ain't got him this time. Thank you so much, Peace. We got my girl Raquel Batson, 3260. She says the advice Eva gave Ted was so on point. The lies are going to keep them apart. Girl, you ain't lying, honey. You ain't lying. And he still never told her everything that happened to her baby boy. He walked out of there because he was pissed. But that nigga, he did that, though. We got Miss Carolyn McWilson, 497. She says, Danny be slick with it. Yes. Right, right, Carolyn. She be real slick with that shit, honey. I love it, though. That's my boo. I love her. Thank you so much, Miss Carolyn. I forgot to say thank you, Raquel. We got Miss Just Joyce 4009. She says Danny is right about that Invisibaby. She called it from the beginning. Watch Danny and Bill are going to get back together. Just watch. Girl, I hope not, but if they do get together, it's because he's jealous as hell of her and Andre being together. Because he don't care right now, but as soon as he finds out that her and Andre are together, it's when he gonna find out that damn gal, wife of his, ain't pregnant. So yeah, I can't wait to find that out and see how that's gonna work. We got my boo, but thank you, Miss Joyce. Thank you, boo. We got my girl Cynthia Judkins 2250. She says, y'all, the first clue that Haley was lying if she so-called had the ultrasound. Why she still had her clothes on? I thought about that too, Sid. I sure did. I thought that same thing, girl. And we got another girl named Catressa Vibes. Hey, Catressa, what's up, girl? What's the tea? She's replying to say, she said, my clue was the doctor saying that your wife is in good health. Not your baby, not your wife and your baby are fine. Right, Catressa. You were so right, girl. And Peace Angel was like, that part. Honey, y'all are so true. Because I really thought about, like, why she still fully dressed? She ain't got on no medical outfit or nothing, honey. Girl, even the doctor didn't even send her home with no damn medication for cramps if it happened again. It was just weird. And why are you asking about, some drama-filled shit when you trying to heal? The last thing you trying to think about is why Danny was, why was she over at your house? Why? She's so insecure. And Danny was right. When you saw his car in that damn driveway, you got scared. And you thought we was in here fucking. Oh, evil. Anyway, thank y'all. We got my girl Cynthia Judkins 2250. She also says, I was high fiving Ted for the reading of Nicole, baby. Honey, when I tell you that man said that, get off your pedestal, princess. Oh, me or you just so far apart. Well, if you get the fuck off the pedestal, we won't be. Then he pimped out. I loved it, honey. I love that so much. My girl Cynthia also says, ooh, when Bill finds out she lied, girl. Ooh, it's gonna be so good to watch, honey. I can't wait. Cynthia also says Danny and Andre are grown. How you fix your damn mouth to tell him who he can and can't sleep with? Come on, Nicole. Girl, when I tell you I wanted to reach through that damn TV, and I love Nicole. Y'all know I love me some Nicole. But I was so disappointed at how judgmental she was at them. She, like I said, misery loves company. She's miserable, so she wants her sissy to be miserable with her. Thank you, boo. Raquel Batson, she is back. She says, I am so mad we didn't get to see the meeting. Me too, such a teaser. Girl, me too. I was like, girl, I had my popcorn ready, legs crossed, ready to sit at the table with Elon on my right and Marcel on my left, just waiting, girl. Just a waiting, honey. They damn people ain't even let us see what they talked about in that damn meeting, girl. I was so mad. Ooh, girl. But I feel you, honey. I feel you. Honey, hey, James. We got James back. James X2Y5U. Hey, boo. What's going on, James? He says, and another thing about Nicole. That woman can spray some Febreze. James, because of her ass, I bought some Febreze from Sam's Club about a month ago when I used to be on camera. You'll see me spraying on one of them damn videos. It's because of her ass. She is magnificent work of art. She is beautiful. Poetry in motion. A goddess come to earth decide in her living room needed a little fresh air, fresh refreshment. I was mesmerized watching that long feminine form gracefully swirling through the room, head elevated, arm gently directing the fragrance where it needs to be. I tried the method myself, almost put my hip out, but it works. As long as Nicole works that Febreze, baby, like she do, she could do no wrong in my book. Get to stepping, Andre. James, you said all that because you wanted me to read it just like that, didn't you, James? You ain't no slick nigga. I know you. I see your works, boy. Go ahead, James. James, she be spraying that sometimes, like you said, to knock your ass out. You spray too much of that Febreze, it hit your nostrils the wrong way, baby. You got to have a mattress right next to the floor, you know. You the fool, James. Thank you, James, for making me kiki. We got my late. Hey, Miss Carolyn McWilson, 497. She said, Nicole acting all self-righteous, right? Like her shit don't stink. Girl, get somewhere with that bullshit. Girl, we got also Raquel said, it's a miracle. Bill is healed. Girl. Limping one day, Cynthia said, limping one day and the next no cane, walking perfectly fine. Girl, when he got up from that damn table, honey, when him and damn Martin had finished talking, I said, wait a minute. That nigga was just limping yesterday. What the fuck? I need that pill that he's swallowing, honey, because sometimes I be having a little limp in this damn sciatica. Shit. What you taking, Bill, so I can go ahead and take that so I can walk straight. God dog it. Raquel says, I can't wait for the showdown with Kenneth. Me too, honey. He's so cocky. I hope that it comes out on tomorrow, Friday, so we can see what's going on. Krista also says, Tomas is torn because I think he is interested in both Kat and Eva, but he's a good enough guy to not let Kat give him her virginity and then be sorry in the end if it doesn't work out with them. That's true. Take the hint, Kat, and don't do it. In fact, let Eva have him. Yeah, Eva will rip him apart, honey. He'll be panting at her front steps, honey, like a little puppy dog that he is. Like I said, I have my suspicions about Tomas. I know he's attracted to Eva because Eva's sexy. I mean, why wouldn't you be? But you dealing with two sissies? No, sisters. You don't want to do that, honey. You don't want to do that. They're witches, honey. They will cut you in half and share each half, honey. Crystal also says, so glad Ted went off on Nicole's ass. She acted too extra about two adults enjoying each other, honey. She needs to act right, and she too can be getting herself some, right? Theodore is ready and willing. Although after that read, I'm not too sure now. Oh no, he got it in his hand, baby. He ready for it. I promise you. He ready, but I'm afraid that Carlton is too. Raquel says, she also says Vernon is a puppet master. Girl, he pulling them strings from left to right, honey. He got everybody under his control, and I love it. Miss Carolyn McWilson, she says, Nicole's new name is Nasty Nicole. Yes, it is. And so James is like, don't know if Nasty fits Nicole, but her best friend is Shirley Vanasty, the undisputed champ of the cheat. Yeah, Vanessa is a nasty ass. Plus, Vanessa be doing everything on the damn what pool table, honey. What's his name? The fine young dude she was fucking around with. What happened to him? The young dude. Child, go ahead, girl. She need to go in and stick with him because Joey is going to tear her up. He's going to bankrupt her. She gonna walk away. She ain't gonna have shit. Nicole's gonna have to be roommates, honey. At the end of this. Miss Carolyn also says, I said, come through, Ted. He gave Nicole the business today. He sure did, girl. He sure did. Cynthia replies to Carolyn says, yes, he did, but he didn't give the chance to actually tell her why he really came by. Yeah, I was kind of like upset about that, but she needed to hear what he said because he said what he said. He said what the fuck he said. Yeah, that was her though. I think he was just ready to go. I think he was like, look, I came over here to tell you one thing, but you just being so damn self-righteous, like your shit don't stink. Get the fuck out of here. James is back, baby. James says, when Nicole and Danny eventually discover what Vernon has been up to, Vernon is going to be in the very same situation Bill found himself in with Naomi and Chelsea. Old and out in the cold. Girl, honey. I told you I call everybody girl. I don't mean no harm. Honey, child, I can't wait to see because Vernon is slick now. He's a senator, but he got friends in high places. It's child, Whew, okay. James talking about she-mail. I didn't mean to say she-mail, honey. You talking about I'm going to crack a rib from laughing so hard up in here. If I could clone myself 20 times, you'd have 20. Oh, thank you, James. You so sweet, boo. Thank you, James. I'm just like this in person, honey. Ain't no faking or nothing. Thank you, boo. Now, to Andre, Danny, and Nicole's disapproval. I think Big Sis is looking out for her little sis. Okay, I mean, all right. You like Nicole, that's why. Recent events seem to indicate, shall we say, an unfortunate lack of discernment regarding the Dupree sisters' choices of male company. Yeah, Bill's cheating ass. Yeah, I agree. She's just taking up for her, but I think it's also about her, too. I don't think it has a lot to do with Danny at all. I think it's all about her. All about her. All about Nicole. I think so. But thank you, James. You so sweet. Thanks, James. So, okay. Did I see that? Let me pause real quick. Make sure I can't get everybody. Hold on. All right, we got Raquel. She's like, I can't believe Tomas left poor cat begging. What is up with him? Is he being a gentleman or is something else going on? Like I said, I think that he got spooked when he saw Vernon and the police chief at the office that night. And I think and then of course with Bill's ass, tell him keep an eye on my family, and I don't care what you need to do, get as close to Cat as you need to, so we can find out some information. Because remember, he was questioning her for a little bit, then he kind of backed off. Remember one time he was questioning her, she's like, why you keep asking me about, what's the tea? He was like, no, I'm just, just checking. So yeah, I think he's battling with that because he really wants to be a partner, but he wants to be a good guy. He's also a good guy with Cat. So yeah, honey, I don't know, girl. And Raquel also says, I love me some Nicole, but she is crashing out. First Danny, now Andre. She was wrong for how she talked to that man, Andre. I do want to see her and Ted back together, but I was glad to see Ted finally get his voice and let Nicole know how her judgy attitude is affecting everyone else. Ain't that something? Like, nobody wants to disappoint her. Nobody wants to do wrong because she's going to make you feel like the aunt that you are. Girl, get off your pedestal, like he said. Shy Mun M10. Hey, girl, what's going on, girl? She says, wait, she found out about her father? Who you talking about, girl? Shy, who you talking about? She found out about her father. Who you talking about, girl? You gotta have to clarify that, girl. And Shy was like, Nicole going too far. Yeah, she did. She went too far. She really did. She really is. Like they said, she was going to go through all of these grieving processes of this divorce, because the divorce is like a death, or a separation is like a death to her. And I remember, I don't know if it was Vernon or Anita had told her that she's going to go through so many different phases of this whole thing. Remember in the beginning, she was numb. She's like, I'm numb. I don't have nothing to say. Now her ass is watering at the mouth. Got diarrhea at the mouth. They can't shut up. But it's the wrong things. So, yeah, she don't know. She's not dealing with her own issues. She knows how to treat her patients with respect, but she don't even know how to treat her own family with respect. God damn it. Whew, child. We have Miss Carolyn McWilson, 497. Eva is nosy. I wouldn't tell her shit. Right. And on that note, honey, we're about to open these gates to episode number 82. That's where we at, right? 82. Yeah, we're on episode number 82. And see what they're talking about today. And y'all keep talking because I'm loving it. And that particular video got a lot, even though that was when I tell y'all that video, I had to do that thing twice, y'all. That's how much I love y'all. I had to do that thing twice because the audio was fucked up. I had to explain. But we got it through, and this really picked up steam. So thank y'all so much. Keep sharing, y'all. We are closer to 1,000 than we were yesterday. And I'm like, hey, girl, you got something here, the cussing and everything, honey. I love it, honey. I got to put my spice on there for y'all and for me, because that's how I can only be me, Shar, your recap auntie. So let's get ready to go into episode number 82 and open up these gates. Let go. Well, we open up episode number 82, honey, with Nicole with her nice, sweet, innocent powdered blue sweater and cream pants. And Sissy comes, Sissy Danny, on a mission. We all know what she's there to talk to her sister about. So Nicole is pouring herself a drink at the bar, and she says, oh, I wasn't sure you'd be able to untangle yourself from the sheets of my nephew long enough to answer Daddy's call. Now, you already started with the bullshit. Danny was like, unclutch your damn pearls, sissy. I wouldn't want you to choke on your self-righteousness. See, that's exactly what damn Ted said. So the girls come. We have Naomi. We have Chelsea. We haven't seen Chelsea in a few days. And we see Kat. And so they come in, and so Kat is like, girls. And so Naomi was like, why the hell did Granddaddy throw up the Dupree bat signal? What's the tea? Nicole with her old shady ass. I have no idea. Apparently, I'm always in the damn dark. So Martin comes in with his powdered blue, honey, match it with his mommy. So Nicole walks over to her daughter. Hi, Kat. And so Martin comes in. Hey, Mom. So she kisses her two babies. So Kat was like, big brother, why you didn't tell me about the death? He was like, what? She said, of your facial muscles, because they keep trying to keep those bags up under your eyes high and lifted up to high heavens, baby. Ooh, under your eyes, baby, under your eyes. He was like, thanks for your concern, bitch. But this exhausted look is only temporary because I couldn't get an ounce of sleep last night. So Nicole, oh, baby, another nightmare? So Vernon comes in. So Kat was like, Granddaddy, what's the fire? What couldn't wait? The queen is back, baby. She said, I couldn't, honey. She came from out the garden door. She said, I was hiding in the garden waiting for you all together, honey, for the queen, Anita. When I tell you she is a sight for sore eyes, I ain't gonna lie. I miss the queen on my TV. She's been missing. Her energy has definitely been missing. So Naomi and Chelsea runs to give her a hug. Everybody's so happy. Y'all hear them? Oh, everybody's, give her a hug. She got flowers. Oh. So Nicole gives her a hug, say, thank God. And so Danny hugs her mammy while she's looking at Nicole. She says, thank God indeed. So Anita knows her baby. She was looking both of them like, kind of fucking energy I'm feeling. She was looking at her left and to her right. I'm like, something ain't right with y'all girls because I know my girl. So we had Teddy Weddy's office, and he looks good with this nice choco, deep, dark, black, kind of gray suit. He's like, look, I tried, nephew, but Nicole's walls, baby, they are high and lifted up, and her mind is made up there with them, honey. She is totally convinced that Danny robbed the cradle. Andre with his leather shirt on. I told you I don't even know what weather this is because Anita just came from outside with some flowers. Now you got Andre standing in his uncle's office with a leather shirt on. Andre tells Ted, he's like, look, I ain't never seen her like this. And so Ted was like mad. So Andre was like, nah, just so damn unforgiving. Ted was like, that shit's on me. Look, I messed up so badly. She thinks any secret, anything is a betrayal in her eyes. But she loves you and Danny. Her anger will fade, Bill. Andre was like, I don't know about that. Oh, she seems pretty far from the land of forgiveness all around. So Ted was like, hell, I earned it. Look, I wronged my wife, but you, baby, I mean, you just fell into this thing with Danny and her Kit Kat, you know. And you know, he was like, wait a minute. By the way, what y'all got going on? What y'all call that? What is it? What is it? What did Jada say? It's a entanglement. Is that what we calling it, or is it hooking up, or is it robbing the crate? I mean, what are we calling? Shit. Andre was like, I don't even know. And so Ted was like, hell, my Rolling Stone nephew decides to stop rolling. I hear you, bro. And Danny, she stopped chasing bats around her ex. He was like, just give it a minute, Nicole. We'll see how you both have changed for the better, and eventually she'll get on board. And so Andre was like, look, I don't even know if that's going to happen. So Ted was like, why the fuck not? So Andre was like, look, I'm in. I'm all the way in. Okay, Andre, you say that now. I'm in. I'm all the way in, but I don't think Danny is. Not even close. Okay, that was a weird edit. I'm sorry, I'm quiet. Right before they showed the little, muted, yeah, the little music part. Wasn't Andre just sitting down in Ted's office talking about Danny? But then we see Eva in the lobby, and Andre is now telling Eva that she's looking good. I'm confused. Is he a twin? That was a bad edit, y'all. Y'all do beyond the gates. Y'all be doing way better on your edits now. Y'all be doing those little, moving from one scene to another. Transitions be smooth, but this one, did y'all squeeze her in there because she was going on vacation or something? Because that was a bad edit. I'm like, damn, did Andre have skates? How did he get from Ted's office to the damn lobby? Anyway, he told her she looks good. She said, I'm trying to look composed and confident. So he teasing her, talking about, you might need to have a good little bit work on that. She's like, okay, cuz. He's like, look, I'm kidding. He's like, you got this, cuz. Come on, you got this. She's like, oh, thank you, Andre. So it's Eva's first day in the office as the office manager for Ted's staff. So right before she knocked on the door, he was looking through his phone, and him and Nicole in happier times. So he has his phone up, and so he was like, he's like, come in. She's like, what are you doing? He's like, smile, baby girl. This is your first day of school. I mean, work. She looks so cute. I love Ava's dress. She really does dress real cute, cool, and cute. Oh, Ted was like, see, that's the picture of the first of thousands of more firsts that we can finally make some time up on, girl, because we missed out on a lot, honey. So she's got to share his office. So he said that the office is going to be a little bit cramped while the clinic is being renovated. So wherever the other staff is sitting at, that's tight too. She said, girl, I can set my tablet and my laptop anywhere I'm wonderful and grand wherever I sit. So she gets straight to business. She's like, I figure you want me to get more familiar with payroll and with billing first. So who I talk to about that? He's like, you gonna learn every damn thing from me, the source, baby. Since Kat's unavailable, she's like, let's not play. She's unwilling is the word you're looking for, not unavailable. So they sit down. She was like, well, what area do you need me to help you the most help, right? So he was like, shit, it's with these damn patients who want me to turn them into Boris Kojo or Lupita Nyong'o. With the wave of my magic scalpel. So Eva was like, well, what would you change about me? She said, I'm sure you did a lot of fucking work on Kat's nose. He was like, no, Kat inherited her nose just like you inherited your nose. The both of you girls are way too beautiful for my scalpel. So he was like, look, I'm sure that you had a lot of women who were devastated in your salon chair. So she was like, yeah, I had a few delusional girls that were completely devastated to not find Tiana's cheekbones on their cheeks when they're traded in their long ass weave up for a pixie cut. Girl, but your mama got some cheekbones. She should have said Leslie, not Tiana, but Tiana's, is cute too. I love me a good pixie, honey. I got to lose this double chin first. So he was like, see, that is a skill that you have that Kat did not have when she started. You have the skill of making people feel confident and comfortable in their own skin. You help them look from, monster to marvelous. She's like, oh, I mean, let me write that down. That is the one thing that I have that Cat doesn't. Woohoo. Oh, we see Andre in the lobby on the phone. I guess somebody's calling him overseas, baby, to take some photos. And he was like, nah, I am not taking no more away assignments. Man, you messing up your money. So whoever it was on the phone, they said, what's keeping you in the DMV? He was like, what's keeping me here? He's like, yeah, I'm still trying to figure that shit out. Then damn it, Ashley walks by. And then as soon as he see her ass, talk to you later, bye. So he goes up to her and talking about, sorry he couldn't connect with her yesterday. What were they supposed to connect about? Maybe he's checking up on her. I don't know. He asked her how she's feeling. She's like, just quiet. He's like, man, that bad. He'd be locked into a woman. Did y'all see how he just threw his phone on the chair? Why you didn't put that in your pocket, bro, or in your bag? You just threw your phone on the chair. If somebody walk by and see your shit there and they steal your fucking phone, you're going to be really mad. Derek making it official. It's all over. Damn, Ashley, I didn't think he was going to ever let you go. Well, it's not all on him. I had some part of it. I know it took me a while to say it, but the second that he stood up from one knee and I wasn't wearing that damn ring, we both knew that shit. I heard him. That's the worst part. He leaning all into her, talking about wanting bad things doesn't make you wanting wrong things doesn't make you a bad person, girl. So she just looks up and it's like, shit. She's like, how do you do that? I was in a complete funk. But after what you just said, I'm feeling better, you chocolate god. We are at the house. Yeah. Everybody's having a good time. Danny was like, oh, mother, you are glowing like the icon you are, darling. And you are welcome, by the way, for tricking your ass up and putting you on that karaoke stage. My God, this damn Nicole is getting on my fucking nerves. Do you always have to make everything about yourself, every beginning and every ending about you, huh, sissy? Girl, she know how to just piss on a wet dream. I swear. You can't just rewrite the truth. We all encouraged mother. Karaoke was Naomi's idea. Everybody like, they looking around like, yikes. We supposed to be happy. So Kat was like, oh, well, grandma, how long do we have you for? And then Anita was like, one day only. But I could not just let another moment pass by without laying eyes and hugs on my family. So Verna was like, all right, y'all. Y'all gonna have to move or we all gonna have to chance to like talk to the queen now. And they was like, we were talking to her. Verna was like, no. You will each have a turn for a private conversation for our visiting star. Danny says, ooh la la, we each get a reception with the queen, which I am totally fine with, by the way. I love having you to myself, mother. And Anita was like, great. And I will start with your ass, my little troublemaker. And here go Nicole talking about apt description, like accurate, mama. You got that right. Everybody's like, what the fuck is going on with Nicole? So they go out in the foyer area, that's that same area where she first told Nicole about her and Andres, her and Danny only. And remember Anita was crying when she talked to the articular saying she was dropping the whole thing. Anyway, it's just Anita and Danny. So she said, all right, spill it. I ain't never seen that much shade thrown from your sister to you since the incident of the borrowed jeans in prep school. So spill it, girl, spill it. So Danny was like, well, it's real good that you're sitting down, mama. What did you do, Danny? Danielle. Danny's just sitting there rubbing her legs, honey, hesitant. Girl, just go ahead and tell mama, girl. It's more like who or whom. I am doing Andre Richardson. All right, we're back at the office with Teddy, Weddy, and Eva, and he's showing her how to send all the hours in so that everybody get paid. So he's saying, boom, boom, bow. You click this, bap, bop, pow. You got it? She's like, no, but I will. He's like, look, I'll walk you all through that, okay? She said, no, 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 you're too busy for that. And maybe there's a manual or something, right? He's like, look, I'm going to make time. Look, a discrepancy could mean a missed paycheck, and we don't need that shit in right here in my practice. So she's like, honey, I know that paycheck to paycheck life, and I sure as hell don't want to screw that up. And he was like, we also got to make sure that the clinic's accreditation certificate is current so that we are meeting all regulatory and safety procedures. And that is the absolute truth. Y'all shit better be up in order when them auditors be coming by and you made stuff lapse and skip, and all the person got to do like, oh my God, Ted did an operation on my face and he wasn't even licensed, so he was unsafe. Oh my God. So while she's typing shit down, he said, and you got to make sure that me and Carlton are aware. You need to know where we are at all times in case of an emergency. Even something as simple as a busted suture. Ain't nothing simple about that. That thing pop open, it hurt. I ain't never had that before, but yeah, I can imagine. And you got to make sure that me and Carlton have the same schedule as the hospital and the clinic. She looking like, this some bull. I didn't think this was shit. He said, that is it. And so she was like, whew, look, Ted, I really do want this job. But honestly, it's like you're speaking in code to me. He was like, look, we can work on it. You'll learn. She's like, yeah, I mean, okay, maybe in a couple of years. She keep bringing up Kat. Kat be over there minding her own business. But Kat's right. I'm nowhere near ready to be your office manager. She is so jealous. They are both jealous of each other, I swear. You've got the wrong daughter for this job, she says. Girl, Kat is working on Percy's girl, building a brand. He got the right daughter. I promise you, he got the right daughter. So everybody's sitting in the living room, and Nicole just sitting there twitching. She sees that the tea pitcher is kind of empty. So I'm going to get more tea. Probably trying to go out in the lobby and listen to Danny and Anita talk about what she talking about. Girl, sit your ass down. So Vernon tells the girls, loves, so why don't y'all go and give Auntie Nicole a hand? So they was like, yeah, let's go grab some of Grandma's flowers and get these little flowers some water. And they leave Martin and grandfather in the living room alone. So Martin comes over to his grandpappy and said, and you taught me the art of being subtle. So Vernon was like, desperate measures. And besides, anxiety, boy, is rolling off you in waves. Damn. Even Kat noticed. Now you need to pull yourself together. Martin was like, look, I'm sorry. I just can't stop thinking about what paying that bastard off today. That we're going to actually do pay that old bastard off. Vernon was like, and then it's done. After that, you just have to keep it to yourself. Even from your grandmother. And Martin confirmed that Gran knows. I told y'all Anita knew. I said the only person that probably has not lied to her, to Nicole, is Kat. But everybody else knows. So Vernon was like, well, she knows what happened about 2 years ago. She don't know shit right now. Martin was like, hell, you and Graham, y'all ain't got no secrets. And so Vernon was like, this is the first time she stepped on a real stage in years. She needs this shit. And we're not going to take this away from her. You got it? Martin was like, yeah, I got it. Martin says, I won't say a word. Vernon gets up like, come on upstairs, boy. Splash some cold water on that face of yours. And so Martin was like, well, fake it until the guy who's blackmailing you goes away, huh? Got it. And him and his high booty just walks away. This is the first time I've ever noticed Martin's booty cheeks. They just is high. So we are at Orphy G's, and Smitty is there getting him and his boo some food. And so Jacob busts in the door talking, yo, man, you been dodging me? What's the tea? He said, nothing to report, pun intended. My sources have all gone quiet on the Marcel front. Ooh. So Jacob was like, well, there's one source that hasn't. And Smitty's like, who? Martin, man, your man. I'm wondering, will Beyond the Gates ever tell us who are these beautiful people on these walls that they have? It's like a lot of these beautiful faces, they have their signatures and they've autographs of so many stars. So there's a beautiful lady on the wall. So anybody out there, producers, anybody, does anybody know about what's on the walls at Orphy Jeans? Who are these people? And who's over the production of the jukebox? Them songs be kicking, honey. They always end and land right on cue at the end of each scene. So that's what I want to know. Who are these people on these walls, and who was back there doing all that damn singing? Okay, back to the show. So Jacob was like, man, you married to the nigga. Won't you just ask him what went down between him and Marcel? Smitty was like, look, I can't. I mean, he's a strong person, but whatever it is, he couldn't tell me about it when it happened. I keep asking his ass over and over again about those damn nightmares, and all I get is pushback from him. Jacob was like, well, maybe bringing that shit to light, the truth to light, will make them dreams and nightmares all stop. So Jacob was like, look, you got me to talk now. Now your ass got a superpower. Smitty, use those skills on your hubby before it's too late. Smitty was like, I can't do that shit. So Jacob was like, look, if something was tearing me and Naomi apart, shit, I just wouldn't let that shit lie. Sounds like to me that Martin is crying out for dear help. Child, we back at the foyer at the palace. And Anita's asking Danny, she's like, not Ted's little nephew, Andre Richardson. I know, Mom. He's too young, and he's close to the family, and you should see Anita's face like, ew. But he is technically extended family, Mom. And there you have it. Another scandal starring moi. Anita was like, oh, Danny, I'm, surprised. So Danny was like, is it so bad? Damn, that the great Anita Dupree ain't got no words. Anita was drinking her drink. She's, wait a minute, honey. I got some words for your ass. I just have to figure out whether it's appropriate or not. And whether I need to use them in this particular issue. But I got some words. Danny was like, I want to know what you think, Mother. So Anita says, you have been through a lot, Danny. And you deserve some solace, girl. Danny was like, wait the fuck a minute. Are you really co-signing that? Honey, Anita was like, my biggest regret was co-signing Bill's ass. He wasn't always kind to you. Is Andre kind? Danny was like, Mother, I didn't know that someone could be that nice and that fucking hot all at once. Anita says, then brava, bitch. So they both giggle. So Anita was like, now, wait a minute now. Now, is this serious? So Danny was like, look, we barely step out in public yet. And Anita was like, why not? You are both consenting adults with no strings on y'all. She's like, oh, no, Danny. No, because Danny had this sad look in her eyes. Girl, she says, no, you are not still waiting for Bill. Ooh, Danny said something. She said, no. I'm waiting to stop waiting. God almighty, that girl say some deep shit. Bill is still haunting me, Mother, no matter how fine Andre is, because he sure is fine. Anita was like, girl, look, you focus on Andre, and time will take care of the rest. That's exactly what Pam said. Pam said you can go ahead and focus on the good side of the fence and not the Bill side of the fence. She told her that. God dog it, Danny, listen. Danny was like, and in the meantime, Mother, Nicole will go right on hating me all the time. I was hoping that she would understand. This is about her pain. She grabs her hand. I'll talk to her. Danny was like, eyes full of tears. How did you know, Mama? And Anita was like, know what, girl? So Danny says, to come home when I needed you. Girl, don't start me crying, baby. Please don't start me crying. Whew, girl. So the girls come back from the kitchen and they are talking and sitting down. So Naomi was like, well, grandmother might have joined the Articulates, but she owes me a duet. So Jacob texts Naomi. She's like, look, I'll be back, but I'm going to be back, honey, to reclaim my time. So they was like, oh, okay, girl, excuse me. So as Naomi leaves, so Kat tells Chelsea that she's happy that they have a minute. Girl, this topic by ourselves is NSFG. So Chelsea was like, what the fuck? Not safe for Gran. That's what Kat said. Chelsea was like, girl, Anita Dupree has seen it all. So here we go with these innuendos. Kat says, I decided that I was ready to have cake with Tomas. And so Chelsea was like, oh, yay. And you know we don't have to use codes, right? I was like, right. Shit, everybody, we watch it, but nobody else ain't watching. So go ahead and say sex, girl. So Chelsea was like, how was it, sis? I mean, how was it, cuz? So Kat says she tells her that he says, she's like, I don't know. He came up with this old phrase talking about being afraid of pressuring me bullshit. So Chelsea looking like, what? So Kat was like, yeah, girl, I think that I have waded myself into a friend zone. Okay, let me pause real quick because I've seen several people do reviews about this Tomas thing. Y'all, when there's somebody in this show that's thinking about somebody really, really heavy, it shows that person. Like Eva, when she's thinking about Tomas, he thinks about, you see that she's thinking about Tomas. When Leslie wanted Ted, she thinks about him. When Danny is wanting Bill, she thinks about him. I do not ever, 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 ever remember Tomas thinking about Eva. Now, y'all, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I've never, ever remember seeing Tomas think about Eva. What I'm thinking that he's gotten spooked was when he ran into Senator Vernon and Elon at that office, and when Caroline told him that that means that some Dupree's is in some trouble, and he really wants to be partner. I think that, and with Bill putting that pressure on him to say, keep an eye on my family, I don't care what you need to do. I think that before all of that was put into his psyche, he was ready to pound the shit out of her. But I think that it just took him off his block. He was like, damn, if I fuck her, it's gonna be like I'm fucking her to get information out of her, and I don't want it to be like that. I want to be able to be with her because I really, really dig her. I think he's still being nice to Eva. No, I'm not saying he's not attracted to her. I think he is attracted to her. But I've never ever remembered Tomas thinking about Eva. There's never been a scene that he, reminisced about. It's Eva, she thinks about him. Leslie, she's thought about damn Bill. No, thought about Ted. Danny thinks about Bill. Like I said, whenever somebody is in deep thought, even Chelsea has thought about Madison. It's like whenever somebody wants somebody or that person is like inundated in their thoughts, that's who they show that they think about. That's who they want or really want to get rid of. But I don't remember if he's ever had thoughts about Kat, though. But has he? Maybe he has. I have to reach back into my memory bank, or some of y'all can tell me. But that mother sucker ain't never thought about Eva. He's attracted to her. She's a sexy girl and everything. But I just don't think that this is about her. I think it's about the pressure that Bill put on him to keep an eye on the family and to see all those bigwigs in that office. And Bill never told him about it. And remember, Bill got into his ass like, nigga, don't you know to knock on the door when you first come into my fuck? What the fuck? So I think that really got him spooked. I could be wrong, but y'all tell me. Y'all let me know. Okay, back to the story. Chelsea says, guys are so weird about virginity. I mean, you're hot, he's hot, you're gonna be hot together. It's inevitable. And so Kat was like, is it, girl? So Kat's phone ring, and so she's like, hey, this is not a good time. Okay, fine, I'll be there in a few. So I'm going to assume that it's Ted calling her to help Eva. I've seen other people. I'm like, yeah, I'm tired of Ted making Eva to seem like she's this very innocent one, because again, she's still keeping secrets from him, and he's really trying to force them together. Let that thing happen organically, baby. So Nicole comes back with the tea. That tea look good, honey. With that, honey. Give it to us so we can drink it on our front porch booth in tomorrow's episode. It look good with them lemons just floating at the top. Anyway, Kat was like, "Mom, can you please put me last on Grandma's queue? Because all of us are taking our time and waiting our turn to go see her. Put me last. Dad is on a guilt trip again." So Nicole was like, of course, baby. So she leaves to go with her pappy. So Danny comes back into the living room and tells Nicole, your turn, bitch. So Nicole walks like she just the most Miss Know-It-All princess. Oh, I can't wait to see what Anita's going to say to her. So we're back at the hospital. So Ashley was on the phone, and she hangs up the phone and she turns around and sees Andre, and she just started lighting up. So she was like, oh, I didn't think that you were still around. He was like, sure. He's like, look, I wasn't trying to go nowhere. Not after you said this. After seeing my sexy ass, you felt better. So he was like, you feeling better? She's like, I'm getting there. He's like, okay, cool. I'll just take my wins where I can get them. Not everybody is dying to see this sexy face these days. So she comes around from the counter. She's like, hey, what's going on? I mean, I am forever leaning on your big, broad shoulders. So let me precipitate. And I mean, reciprocate. Let you just lay right here on my lefty thigh. I just noticed that they said Dr. Perkins to room 5. I just heard that over the speaker. So we finally see Dr. Perkins. I think I've heard Dr. Perkins' name on and off throughout this whole series. So we finally see her. Sometimes you don't understand what they're saying over the speaker, and sometimes they do. So this time I saw them say Dr. Perkins. Hey, Dr. Perkins. So Andre was like, well, for starters, Aunt Nicole is pissed at me. Well, that's weird. I mean, I've never seen Dr. Nicole Richardson mad at anybody. What's going on? Well, just some random family bullshit. I mean, we'll be cool eventually. But anyway, that thing with you and Derek, do you think that there could be any way that he could, I don't know. I mean, like, get past the pain and take you back again? I seriously doubt it. I mean, Derek is, hey, he thinks that he's ready for a house and babies and a golden doodle. I just wanted things to stay the way that they were. And when there's no way forward and no way back, I mean, what is there left to do? He was like, girl, I don't know, Ashley. She's like, well, I've been thinking about it a lot. And he's like, okay, I have to move on. He's like, yeah, you're right. It beats standing still. I mean, but how does that look, though? Uh-oh. He said, but how does that look, though? She was like, well, and then she moves closer to him. That kind of depends on you. Say what? I know that you said that you were dating someone. Is it serious? Girl, I hope he be like, okay, so now that you trying to treat me like a second banana? Don't fall for it, Andre. So we're back at the palace in the foyer, and so it is Nicole's turn to talk to Mammy Anita. So Anita says, Danny told me about Andre. Oh, thank goodness, Mother, you're here to get her ass back on track and put an end to this nonsense. Danny doesn't even seem to think that anything's wrong with it. Mama says they are both consenting adults, girl. And what the hell does whom Danny sleeps with have to do with you? He's family to me. Not to Danny. Nicole, we have been holding our collective breath for Danny for months. And she's finally found some peace. And Andre's a part of that. And this shit ain't about your sister at all. This is about your ass. Yes. Yes, it is, Mother. Because I am sick and tired of rationalizing other people's lies. First Ted, Eva, and Leslie, and now Danny and Andre? When did I become everybody's designated fool? How did I not see this? Mama said, Nicole, sweetheart, people have been lying to protect the ones they love since time immemorial, whatever that word is. Since time began. Immemorial, honey, immemorial. No, Mother, no, People lie to protect themselves from the inconvenience of having to face their own actions. Okay, Nicole. You know that your sister would never consciously hurt you. So now just put yourself in her shoes. She's hurting, alone, and she needs comfort. Again, this ain't about Danny and Andre. They're just easy targets. You make it seem that I'm lashing out without reason, Mom. Oh, no. You have every reason to be distrustful. Well, baby girl, you are aiming your vitriol in the wrong direction. Sweetheart, it is time to blame the people who really hurt you. And it is not Danny and Andre. So Martin comes back and he said, hey, Chelsea, how's Chelsea Cat? That's the name of their company. So Chelsea tells Martin it was going amazing, but we had a snag on our IP. But we've got it. So Nicole prances back into the living room. I guess she's done what she needed to say and do what she needed to do with Mammy. Her Majesty will see you now, Martin, baby boy. Vernon tells Nicole, I hope your mother successfully brokered a ceasefire. So Danny was like, Daddy, my hands are clean. This is all Nicole for once. I ain't do shit this time. Nah, nah, nah. Vernon was like, I've heard that song before. Nicole was like, Daddy, you don't have to referee. Danny and I can take it from here. Right, sissy? Danny was like, yeah, damn skippy, sissy. God dog it, Andre. We're back at the damn hospital. He answers her question. Remember, damn, Ashley asked him, is it serious? He's like, yeah, I've seen somebody, but it's not exclusive. Didn't you just make this? God almighty. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe, okay, it's not exclusive. All right, whatever. He was like, "What are you asking me, Ash?" I'm asking you out to dinner. Girl, when I tell you my stomach is in knots saying this shit. It is in knots. Now everybody knows about Andre and Danny. Again, this is no shade against the actress Jen Jacob who plays Ashley, but gosh, man. We got to go through this whole bullshit with Danny and her emotions. So he was like, "Oh, but we've already been down this road, remember? I mean, you shut my ass down real cold." I mean, yeah, I mean, I was dating Derek then, but I'm not anymore. So he's like, "So you're asking me on a real date?" She's like, "But not well, apparently." Why now and why me? That there's life after Derek. Ah, so I'm convenient. Oh, no, no, no. She touches his chest. No, it's just not that. You're probably the best dater I know. You're cute and you're fun and you don't take things too seriously. Girl, that's what you think. He just pressured Danny about 2 or 3 days ago about making things serious. See? It's all on the surface, honey. You see what you want to see. He does take things seriously, girl. You just don't even know that shit. Ooh, she says so. What better man to pop my dating cherry? Oh my God, I didn't mean it like that. She says, oh. Shit, he's like, hell, fuck. I don't know if I should be insulted or damn flattered. Damn. She's like, the second one. I want to go on a date with someone who knows me. And if you're not into it, you can say no and you can just pretend I didn't ask, okay? But I would really like it if you would go to dinner with me at Uptown. So the doorbell keeps saying doorbell. Elevator rings and Kat gets off the elevator. And okay, I just noticed that on the directory they have all of the names. They got who is Dr. Garcia. We got Dr. McBride. We know who that is. Dr. Dupree Richardson, Dr. Richardson. So I guess we're gonna be meeting Dr. Garcia soon. And so Kat gets off the elevator. She says, "Look, I've answered your call. What the fuck you want, Dad?" "Thank you for coming. I know you're not exactly fond of me these days, but I know how much you care about the staff." Kat was like, "I'm here for them, not for your ass." Why is she mad with him? What happened? Because he hired Kat? I mean, he hired Eva? Yeah, because when they were at the country club, she was mad. She found out from the staff that he had hired Eva, not from him. But he was like, he always trying to wait for the right damn moment. It's never the right moment when you got to deliver bad news, bro. So he's like, wow, that was easy. Because she said, "I'm here. What do you need? I'm here for the staff." He's like, "Well, damn, that was easy. I thought I would have to give you that pony that you wanted when you were 7 years old, little girl." No? Oh, okay. She's like, "It ain't too late, Daddy. I mean, Lisa Vanderpump has a miniature one." Ooh, he says Lisa who? We know who Lisa Vanderpump is. She's one of the original housewives of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, right? And so she has her own brand. Kat just laughed. She's like, just tell me what you need, Dad. "I'm just asking you to fulfill your promise and train your successor." She was like, "Wait the fuck a minute. That was before you made Eva my successor. You could have promoted anyone from the practice. You didn't come to me with any experience, baby girl. I've been shadowing you since I was a kid, Dad." Eva never had that opportunity. The pity card bounces when it's your bastard kid by a psycho. I hate this shit. I'll take that as a maybe, girl. Come on, God, let's get this done. So they're at Orphe Jeans, and I'm telling you, Naomi, honey, Naomi is getting thicker and thicker, honey. All of that on top of Jacob. I don't remember her being that thick when she started. And look, I'm not saying she's fat, because honey, I'm a thick one myself, size 16. But she's getting thicker and thicker, honey. I don't know if it was the hair that made her longer, and then the hips got a little wider, but yeah, she got that. She being that cornbread fed, baby. She cornbread fed. So she was saying that she was at the grandmammy's house, and so Jacob was like, "Oh no, baby, you ain't had to come see me, but I'm glad you here with them tight pants on." She said, we could have talked about this later. She's like, No, no, I'm here right now. What is it?" "I just pushed someone to come clean to their spouse, baby, and now I feel like a damn hypocrite." She was like, "Wait a minute, what the fuck, Jacob? What you talking about?" "It's about that report I told you about. I shouldn't have been so vague." So Naomi was like, well, as officers of the law, we're both vague when we need to be. It's not like you're going to arrest another family member, but it is related to your family. The report is Smitty, baby. So Naomi was like, that's it? Oh, that's not a big deal. So she was like, I don't know why you didn't mention it before, and why does it matter now? She was like, well, this shit ain't as worse as it was when you arrested my mama. He was like, look, you ain't heard the rest. Smitty believes that Malone did something to hurt a member of your family, namely Martin. So we're back at the palace in the foyer, and so they giggling, Martin and Anita's giggling. She's like, no, I'm serious. I want to know why your grandfather spirited you away so you can freshen up. Huh? Splash that water on your face because your face was looking heavy when you first walked in here, boy. He says, because I looked and felt like 40 miles of a bad road. It's been tough since Smitty went back to work. He said it's changed the whole dynamic back at home. Plus the 2 kids and all of my legislative duties. It's a lot to juggle. What are you in office in Congress, baby? We need to see you doing that, honey. Even if they use a green screen, let's show Martin on the floor fighting, doing legislative work. He be around there telling Smitty what he need to damn do and throwing shit on and throwing Tide and shit all around the house near the red door. Do some work, Martin. So Anita was like, yeah, that is true. Smitty did run your house with precision and love. Are you okay with this shift? It woke me up. It made me realize what's important and what I need to do to step up in my family. We're better for it, Grandma. And look, how is your performing going? I know you haven't missed a beat. Hardly. We had to hire a vocal coach, honey. You hear how this voice sounds like I've been smoking 12 packs of coals. Just dust off these vocal cords. But when we harmonize together and create something bigger than any single one of us, it makes me feel like I've found something I've lost. I mean, Martin is over here just being a tattletale. Granddaddy told me that y'all ladies, y'all ain't getting along with each other. What's the tea? Well, you can't get 3 divas in a room and not expect to risk some hair extensions being pulled. But we will survive. He says, I've always credited Granddaddy for my diplomacy. But you, baby, my fight, the hustle, you're the real OG, Grandmama. Anita was like, well, who the fuck did you think taught him? I can't wait to see you back in the spotlight, Grandmama. She's like, oh, I've had my time. But Tracy and Sharon, honey, they haven't had nearly enough. This concert, honey, it is repaying a long overdue debt. The fame, the money, the accolades, for as long as they wanted. For me, honey, baby, I don't need the spotlight. I just need to make up for some past mistakes. Martin was like, well, anything that you did, baby, was part of the business of becoming a star. She says the heights don't mean a damn thing if you don't conduct yourself well on the way up. Ooh, let me repeat that. The heights don't mean a damn thing if you don't know how to conduct yourself on your way up those heights. But enough about that shit. Where's my hug, boy? So we are back and we are, you know, talking to Chelsea and Anita. These voices are gonna be so much fun because they're so different. So we see Anita's like, honey, I leave for 5 minutes and I come back and find you are glowing. Well, Dad didn't die and Chelsea Cat is almost to go. And Cat and I have finally settled into Mom's guest house. It's like the best Empire sleepover ever. Well, that sounds like a whole lot of happy. That's what Anita says. And so Chelsea was like, and there's more, Gran. I'm in love. And then Anita was like, well, Vernon may have mentioned her. I can't wait to meet this Madison. Oh, she's gorgeous and literally brain surgeon smart. And she's able to cut through all the shit and make me laugh. And when I'm in the same room with her, oh, I just float. Well, that sounds like love, granddaughter. Is there a but coming? Anita says, no, no buts, but more of a yes and. Yes, you met her 5 minutes after a breakup. That breakup cut deep enough for you to realize some big things about yourself. I was crushed, but I think that the breakup and everything left me open. When you met Granddad, You said that your whole world changed. And Anita was like, mm-hmm. You said that you were able to separate a before him and an after him. That's how I feel about Madison. Oh, sweetheart. I am so happy to hear that. Oh, and they give each other a big hug. Oh. So we're back at Orphy Jeans, and so Naomi was like, wait a minute, how can my cousin, the congressman, be brought low in any way with your dirty cop ass partner? Jacob was like, wait a minute, beautiful, stick with me. Marcel's on the take, and somehow he's in it with Joy Armstrong. And they asses teamed up to blackmail Martin. So Naomi was like, but they can't extort him unless he had actually done some shit wrong. And Martin is the ultimate straight shooter. And what the fuck would Marcel and Joy Armstrong want from him? So Jacob was like, Martin has a huge access to that's designated to the police fund, meaning he got access to a lot of money. Maybe Marcel wanted Martin to redirect those funds to his ass. Martin, no, Naomi was like, Martin would do that shit. So Jacob was like, look, there was a night that Martin came home with different clothes than when he left the house with. Ooh, Naomi says, we need to go talk to Granddad about this because she said she got chills. She was like, if somebody would come to Martin like that, he probably would go to Vernon too. That's what Jacob said. When I tell you those two are such a good pair, a lawyer and a cop. I love it, but they ain't no dummies either. They are, well, sometimes Jacob, he'd be like, what do you mean? Jacob! Whew. So Naomi was like, well, you want to go back to the house with me right now? Because while I'm talking to Grand, you can be talking to Granddad. Or better yet, Smitty can ask his husband himself, what the fuck is going on with that? So Jacob was like, well, that's what the fuck I said. I told him the same thing. Ask your husband. So went back at the red door, that's Smitty in Martin's place. And so Smitty comes down the stairs, honey. Come on, Smitty, you got this, boy. You got it. So Smitty was like, okay, so now's a good time. So Mark was like, yeah, I got a meeting later on. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go on. What's the tea? Let's do it. I just saw Gran. He was like, oh, wow, Anita's back from Chicago already? He was like, yeah, she told me she's patching up things with the articulates. So Martin also confesses, like, it's time for me to try to, clean up some shit in my life, too. And so Smitty was like, I couldn't agree more. And then me and you've been dancing and butting heads about this whole Malone situation. And I owe you the respect of not dancing around this shit anymore. So Martin says, stop. It's much bigger than the story. There's something that I've been wanting to tell you for a long time. Ooh, so we're at our uptowns and we see the sissies together. Nicole and Danny are having a tour. Of course, Sour asked Nicole, you have put on such the show about allowing my mom to be accepting of you dating your almost nephew. Girl, stop being so judgmental. Like he said, everybody is afraid of being real with your ass because they knew that you was going to act just like how you acted. Danny was like, well, maybe your ass don't know Mother as well as you think you do. Mother doesn't know the life that her and Daddy have built, torn down. Girl, what you're looking through rose-colored glasses, Nicole. Mother wants her daughter to be happy, Danny. Nicole is like, she thinks that enough hypothesizing about what you think Mother thinks of me. That's what Danny says. Get her, Danny. What the fuck did she say to your ass? And so as she said that, this girl was appearing and drops them both from a glass of beer. So she grabs the glass. Nicole grabs the glass from the waitress, and Danny was like, oh, okay. It must be really good, honey, for you to have to take a sip for some courage. She actually thinks that I am projecting the anger that I have for Ted, Leslie, and Eva onto you. Ding, 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 bitch. Damn. I am really sad that you were where I've been. Danny was like, girl, you don't have to say it, but I know that you're sorry, sissy. Nicole was like, oh, no, bitch. Is that what you think is happening right now? You are as far away from an apology as you can get. So we're back at Teddy Weddy's office, and so Kat is with him. So Ted tells Eva, because she's still there on the couch trying to, just looking through her tablet. Eva, remember I said, I could teach you. It might take me a little while, but Kat knows it all. She could just knock it out in a heartbeat. So Eva was like, so why did you decide to help me? So Kat tells her he's bribing me with those little ponies. Well, miniature ponies. But I'm turning him down, and I really do care about the people who works at the clinic with Carlton and Dad. Here go Ted again. So here go, well, first, Kat is like, well, I'm the one who optimized the whole fucking system. And then here come Ted. The more you two spend together, the more you'll find out that you have something more in common than don't. Leave that alone, Ted. Let this girl, just help the girl do the computer and then leave. So they started rolling their eyes at each other. He was like, wow, you two even roll y'all eyes and sing. Damn, he full of shit. He talking about, I gotta run. I gotta check on some patients, all right? Be kind to one another. That nigga had a nerve to wink his eye and smile. See, Eva starts that shit. Oh, I'm sure that you're really busy. I mean, really, really busy. And so Kat was like, yeah, I am. I mean, with your business with Chelsea Cat, with here and with Tomas. Why are you bringing him up? We supposed to just be in here working and doing this, girl. Why are you bringing up my boo? I wouldn't want you to lose that fine boyfriend of yours. See, that's what Eva tells her. See, as soon as he walks out, she acts like a real bitch. She does. See, the thing about Kat, she acts that way in front of her pappy. But Eva acts that way as soon as he leave the room. So she ain't changed. So we're back at Uptown. So Nicole was like, look, I agree with Mother that you have the right to date anyone that you want. Anybody. Just like how I am allowed to feel the way I feel about how you hid that shit. I didn't hide it from you specifically, girl. I just chose not to share it with you until Andre and I were ready. Handy excuse. Danny was like, it's the fucking truth. I would have been the first person to push you to start dating again, Danny. It would have been me. I was there for every moment of your heartbreak. And then when it was my turn, I was there for you, bitch. And I still am. That's Danny. Instead of leaning on you, I'm sitting here trying to forgive you. Every moment was a lie. Wait a minute. Are you sorry that I lied, or are you sorry that I'm not poor Danny? For you to pity while you're still alone. Maybe if Bill's ass had a nephew, maybe you could fuck him and even the score. Ew, gross. Ain't that what the fuck you wanted from me? You are using Andre. Didn't she just tell Andre that he was using her yesterday? I'm grabbing my head, y'all. I'm rubbing my forehead. You are on this track of how Danny got her groove back to Mother. What? You just told him yesterday that he was using her. Now you telling her that she's using him. I'm confusion. But if you really loved Andre, you'd be showing him off at the country club, girl. Instead, you're hiding him like a dirty little secret. So Andre was like, we're back at the hospital. He's because remember Ashley said she wanted to take him out and go to Uptown. He was like, wait a minute. So you really want to return back to the scene of the crime? I mean, Derek, he proposed there, right? I mean, I don't want to seem all thank you next, but I mean, I like Uptown, and I just don't want it to become like this shrine of what might have been, you know? Please don't go there tonight, honey, because Danny is there. Please. Please don't go there tonight, please. I just wanted to be the place that I like that serves really yummy, juicy, thick, meaty steaks. Andre was like, look, I don't feel like you're all like, thank you next, but I really don't want to lose a friend either. Hey, look, whatever happens on our date, we'll just walk away as friends, okay? We can think of it as practice, and you'll be a hero as always. You'll get me out the house and out of my sweats. Well, in that case, if I must be the hero and save you from a night of couch confinement and comfy clothes, and I got you. Andre, let's go eat. Let's grab dinner. It's a date. It's a date. Oh my God, that girl is there with her sister. How embarrassing. So we're back at the office. So Kat is like, why the fuck is Tomas's name in your mouth? You know, Eva said that earlier. I'm just saying, if Tomas was mine, I would never leave him unattended for too long. So Kat was like, he is not that kind of guy. Anyway, bitch, my relationship ain't none your business. Eva was like, well, look, at this moment right now, okay, my job depends on your ever-changing moods. If you break up with Tomas, what's to stop you from blaming me and sabotaging my new gig, huh? Kat keeps it very professional. The only thing that you're in danger of is just being a decent office manager. Now, let's start with payroll or scheduling. Go ahead, Kat. I'm very proud of you, girl. So they talk about the certification. So Eva didn't know what the certificates for because I think they're going to start with doing payroll, then schedules, and then use the certificates for last. So Kat explains to her the clinic is supposed to go this accreditation and regular inspections every 3 years. That's audits. I know about that because, again, I work on the life insurance side. They don't play that shit. So Kat was like, well, that will be really fucking important, but we already just had one. So on to payroll. Why you just didn't answer the girl? Girl. So Eva was like, this is so weird. You being nice to me. So Kat was like, girl, don't get used to that shit. She said, look, I can't be having Dad and Carlton blame me if you flop. So I gotta make your ass look good even if it kills you, not me. So we're back at Uptown. Oh my God. Danny apologizes. Well, she doesn't apologize. She just said, look, I am so sorry that I haven't had the chance to be showing Andre off. Look, my schedule has been a little full lately. Danny's full of what? Full of shit. Girl, and I had to take Haley to the hospital yesterday. And oh, by the way, she's not pretend pregnant. She's for real pregnant. No, she ain't, Danny. No, she ain't. You made a whole fake pregnancy conspiracy theory. You wouldn't really care if he had a million little bills if you weren't still hung up on that nigga. This child would be my daughter's brother or sister. So Nicole was like, girl, Naomi and Chelsea are old as fuck to be unbothered by Haley's little bundle of joy. Girl, you are still throwing bombs at Bill's marriage, throwing one of them, hoping that one of them shits will blow them up. Ooh, she just confirmed what I said yesterday. Danny was like, so what the fuck are you hoping for? That I will be the company to your misery? Remember I said that. Misery loves company. She's in the hole and she wants Sissy to be right there in the hole with her. Remember how she didn't want Mama to leave? What Mama leaving? She can't leave right now. She need to be with me. Yeah, that's what Nicole. See, everybody did everything that she wanted when it was all good. She was fine. Now she's in a hole. She wants everybody to be down there with her in the hole too. Girl, you got to pick your poison, honey. Everyone in this family is fine with me seeing Andre, and this is the one time that you choose to ignore his mother's good advice. Keep this shit up, girl, and you will usurp my position as the crazy one in this family. Goodbye, Delulu Danny. Hello, nutty ass Nicole. Oh, we get back to the red door with Martin and Smitty, and he's just like, saying, you have used to make me the center of your life, and I like that shit. I like being the center of everything. And I like you taking care of me. And, you spoil me, boo. So he apologized. He's like, look, your needs matter too, darling. So Smitty was like, look, Anita's not the only star, honey. I knew exactly what I was getting into when I married a congressman. I found your drive to be incredibly sexy, and I still do. Look, your dreams are my dreams too, baby. To make this world a better place for you and me. Oh, it's such a sweet moment. So Martin was like, I'm also sorry for the worry that I caused you. That ends right now. So Smitty was like, well, what about the nightmares? And so Martin was like, that shit's going to end too. I just want you to know how much I love you, just in case. So Martin tried to reach in and kiss Smitty. He was like, look, you had my ass until you said, just in case. Oh, they kiss. He was like, just in case grandma's not around to put me in this sentimental place again. So you better take advantage of it while you can, baby. So they, no loud kissing. They did do a little bit of tongue. I saw Smitty's tongue go inside of Martin's mouth. Ooh, y'all finna get nasty. So everybody's gone. We're back at the palace in the great room. And so Anita says, alone at last. And Verna was like, wait a minute, ain't nobody left for you to be your audience? And she was like, look, honey, the only one that I want to be in my audience, baby, is right here, standing in front of me. This fine caramel, gray beard looking gentleman. I can't tell you how many times I just wanted to run out of those rehearsals, baby, and not stop until I got here, until I got back here, until your loving arm. And Verna was like, well, I'll know all the reasons why you have to stay, and I want you to stay until you get right. Yeah. Tracy and Sharon, honey, my life is a fairy tale in comparison, and I hate that I'm missing it. I mean, Chelsea is in love, Danny's in lust, Nicole's just pissed the fuck off. Martin is still a little lost. That's good that she could see through his bullshit, and I hope that Vernon tells her what's going on right now with this payoff they finna give old crazy ass Kenneth. She said it's just driving her fucking crazy that she's not there and she's missing every bit of it. It's just driving her cray cray. He says that, baby, everything will be right here when you get back. Maybe everything might not be the way you left it, but that's nature. That's the nature of this beast that's called life. So Nita can see all through the bullshit. She was like, wait a minute. Is there something that you're not telling me about our kingdom, Vernon? Wow, he says, Anita Dupree, I love you more than anything. Didn't they just say that they don't hide no secrets? Girl. Well, it was an easy breezy, beautiful cover girl episode. It was pretty nice. It was good to see her home. And normally when people stay gone a while, it's because they maybe are doing another project or they in negotiations with their contract. I don't think that she's in negotiations with her contract. Miss Tooney, honey, Miss Tooney be everywhere. She be doing stage, she be doing film. All of them are really busy. As a matter of fact, I forgot to mention that Tyrell, he's actually playing on this and he's playing on Divorce Sisters. So that baby, I think he still goes to Aunty. My son goes there too. He's doing both shows. So because Tyler saw him on here and told him to audition, so they created a role for him on Divorce Sisters. I thought about reviewing that. I don't think so though. I might, who knows, but hopefully y'all enjoyed this. I will be back in the next video. Y'all take it easy. I got to get on the phone and talk to my boo because he's calling me right now as we speak. And I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.